anyone. None of my videos are public unless I actually go and set it to public afterwards. So I've got the new pulling it together, and it's acetone treated, and it's a bit squidgy, soft at the moment. I don't run it here. I can't do it with one hand, so let me just see, because I can't. Stupid phone. I'm just going to minimise my live stream. I hate it when it does that. Yeah, this old phone thing is too small. It won't fit in there, so that's the reason why I was printing the new one. What else can I use to pop the phone on? Oh, actually, you know, I don't know. This is the problem. Well, actually, thinking about it, I could stick it in this, but this top section. Yeah, let's try that just temporarily and see if I can. Let me just hang on. Sorry about the jerky movements. Let's see. If I put it in. Right, I was thinking I should stick it in the top caddy piece, which is already drying. And then it's going to flip over probably. Right, and oh, it's upside down. Oops, hang on. Right, it's not upside down to you, it's just upside down to me. Right, I've got it in the caddy, but it's not. And now I can stick the bottom part in some blue tack or something. Let's get this big blob of blue tack, and let me stick the blue tack on top of this drum. Come out, you bugger. Actually, I'll use the round one. So if I stick this big blob of blue tack, oh, there's a magnet on there as well. I hope it doesn't. Let's just try and stick this blob of blue tack, and maybe I can stick my phone in the blue tack temporarily, and I'll leave it on my chair so that if it does fall, it'll land on a soft area, because I can't stick the blue tack on the phone. It just does not work very well, because this phone has got a rubber case, and I don't want blue tack stuck all over the case. Oh, this is a bit of a, oh no, what have we done now? Stupid phone. What have we just done? Touch to open a stupid thing. I'm just going to lock my phone. I don't know how I did that. Oh, where's the buttons? I must have pressed the buttons. Are the buttons at the bottom? Yeah, they are. So I was pressing this down, accidentally pressed the flipping buttons on the damn phone. So I made stick. This is ridiculous. This is the kind of problems I have. I'll take the phone out of the caddy just a minute while I stick this thing on here. Well, stick that blue tack in like that. So I don't think you can see what I'm doing. I'm really struggling here. Just bear with me. You have to give me a thumbs up just for effort. Right, so I've stuck the caddy temporarily on the top of this drum, just so I can put the freaking phone in there until I get this thing done. Right, now I should be able to drop the phone. Well, which way around is it? It's that way around. Right, hang on. I don't want to press buttons again, because that's when I accidentally did something and it went on to, it said, Streamlabs is still running. Are you sure you wish to lock your phone? Or something like that. Right, it's in the caddy. Temporary ad hoc. I'm backing it out so that if the phone falls off this plastic container, it's not going to land on the floor, it'll just land on the chair. So that's that done. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm cutting this bit of plastic out, which is what I explained in the YouTube video on doing SketchUp. And it's not a large amount of plastic, it's just a little membrane area where it connects to the ball. I'm printing the ball. Oh, I don't know if you can see that across the room. Is it pointing at the... Yeah, you can see the printer. Right, I'm printing the section that goes in here at the moment. So it says 29%. So that's going to be probably another 15 minutes or so. It's not been going that long. It's only a small thing. So actually, I need to take this spacer out because it's not doing any good. I'll be better off if I just get my pliers, really. But that knife's blunt. Let me try this bigger knife. I have to keep looking at the phone to make sure it's not flopping, sort of and just sagging over, because it might do. I just want to watch I don't cut my fingers, because I'm going to stick it on my table. Can you see that? Yeah. So I'm sticking it on the table so that I don't cut myself, so that I can get the knife in there. Because there's got to be clearance for that rod. This is a beta version, but you see I can always hacksaw the top end off like that. That's another way of doing it. Actually, that might be a better idea, actually. Just to cut the top end off. You know what? I think that's what I'll do, because then it'll allow a lot more swivel room. Yeah, I should have done that in SketchUp, but yeah, it's difficult to kind of you can't push it down when you've got a round surface in there, because it interferes and it won't let you. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my knife. I'm just going to chop that piece off. Let's just try and chop it off with my knife about there. See if this works. It's still soft on the acetone, so it should work pretty easy. It shouldn't be too difficult. I'm going to have to stand up to do this because I want to get it straight. I'm a bit cockeyed now. I'm using a pretty big knife. I don't need the hacksaw. The plastic is still soft. I can just cut between the layers, you see. So if I just cut this right the way down. I don't want this blade to snap off, because it's one of them snap blades that snap off. If you put too much pressure on, you can break them. I'm going to go right to the edge of the table, because I don't want to have any mishaps. This will work better because it will give me more movement. Come on. You know, it's not easy to do this. You see, the outside's soft, but the inside's not. I think it'll work better just by doing it like this. I'll trim it up and clean it up afterwards. Alright, so I've chopped the bottom. I just need to clean up that edge. Got to that to do another one, because look, it's getting squeezed in because that magnet's pulling it in, so I need to put my space in it while I'm pressing. I made the bottom really thin down there. I've moved my bin now. Right. Just use my thumb. I'm not worried about it looking a bit rough on this end because I'll show you what I'm going to do in a minute. Just scraping some layers off there. So the ball joint will pivot in that hole. Oh, my phone's drooping! I just realised it's drooping. I thought it would do that. Let me just prop you up again. Right. Yeah, it was starting to droop. Right, there we go. So there I am. I've got this now. So the ball pin that's been printed right now is going to sit in there. Then I'll be able to basically, well, the pin will be the bottom part. So this whole assembly will be able to pivot, rotate, and go backwards and forwards. And the two magnets, there's one there, one there, are pulling this together to grip the ball so that it doesn't get too loose. And if I want to have more grip, I can wrap the ball with some of that rubber, amalgamated rubber stuff, so that it will be really snug. I can always put a bit of that on, or just wraps the ball with a bit of tape to pack it out, but it should be alright, it should grip pretty well. So that's that. And what I'm going to do to clean up the end, because the end's a bit, it's a bit rough now because I cut it off. I'm just going to finish trimming it. I'm going to use my plastic ABS melted plastic in acetone to smooth the end out. Yeah, it's coming in now because I'll put that back in just to space it out so it doesn't get distorted. I don't need these bits I chopped off. It was only a thin piece of plastic there, as you can see, that I had to cut out, but I figured I might as well just chop the end off. Yeah, works. Maybe I should keep some of this red stuff because then I can melt that down, because all I've got is the pink stuff, which is ABS melted plastic pink stuff. But it won't matter, it's just, yeah, it's not going to be something to be too fussy about. So normally I squeeze it down the needle, but the needle's probably clogged up anyway. I'm just going to take the needle off, and I'm going to put this on the end like this to seal the end, because you can see all the fibres in there. So I'm just going to squeeze some of this plastic goo on the end. It's pink instead of red, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to seal the end off like this, and then I'm going to, it dries pretty quick when it's thin, just to stop moisture getting in really, and moisture doesn't affect ABS, but it looks better as well. Once I've done this, I'm going to spray it with acetone to smooth it out. So my ABS melted plastic, yeah, it'll be virtually translucent anyway once it, because it might be pink, but the red stuff is going to show through better once. So I've just done that over the top, a bit more there, a bit more there. It's drying pretty quick, it's going like tacky already. So now I've done that, I must wipe the end of my nose. Look, my thing will be big, otherwise it'll go all over the place when I put this back in. And now get my I need to take this off again, get my ABS spray stuff and spray it to gloss it out like that. Don't mind if it goes a bit runny. Alright, it'll be alright. Oh, my phone fell off again. That's why I left it on the chair. Right, anyway, I've done the hard part, so I can just take the phone out of the caddy now. Just a minute, sorry about that. Let's just get it out thought the kit's falling over, sorry about that. Anyway, I don't need to put it back in the caddy now. This is why I was printing. Oh, I'm upside down again. Oh, that's it. I don't think it does it to you. I think it's just me. It looks upside down to me. Right, so anyway, I don't need to put it back in that stand now, so I'm just going to let that dry. That'll shrink a lot, actually. That will shrink back a bit, and I'm not worried about the colour anyway. It's just the next time I print one, I'm just going to stop the print before it finishes. If I need another one, but I don't think I will. Oh, look at it! It's collapsing in because of the magnets. I need to put that spacer back. Where's it gone? Otherwise, I'll end up with these two top pieces joined together, and we don't want that. Getting this in is going to be the trick. Oh damn it, I'm going to have to put the phone on my knee a minute, hang on. I can't do this with one hand, the magnets are pretty strong. Right, stuck that back in just to hold it apart, because them magnets are doing the job, which they're meant to do. Just going to let that dry. And, oh yeah, I've already tested the slot. It does fit the camera mount. I had it in there earlier, so that slot fits this bit here. I just push it in. I'm not going to stick it in right now because the acetone's a bit so sticky, and if I push it in now, it might not come out again. I need to let it dry first. Right, that's not too bad. It looks a bit bumpy in places, but as I say, this stuff shrinks anyway. What I can do is, it's drying, I can actually get, it's dry to the touch, it's kind of squidgy, so what I can do is, let me just make sure I'm not muting myself now. What I can do is get my steel ruler, wherever that's gone, I don't know where it is. Steel ruler, where are you? Somewhere around. Oh, I had some magnet. Oh, I know where it is. It's attached to the my coil over there. Damn it! Oh, I won't be able to use that because it's. Oh, what else can I use? I'll just use this plastic ruler. Should be all right. I just want to pat it down a bit and flatten it out. I could touch it with my fingers, but I want a flat surface. Oh, stuck to my ruler. This is what I'm worried about. That's why I wanted to use steel. I was trying to, let me just use my fingers. I'm trying to level it out a bit. It's like putty at the moment now. The ABS plastic and acetone, it has the consistency of putty at the moment, so I'm just like leveling it out. I've lost its shine because I stuck my finger all over it, but I could shine it up again. I need a bit more in this corner actually. I need a little bit more in this corner, so let's get a little bit more. If I can do it with one hand. Right. I can't get this on with one hand. Otherwise that tube will dry solid and I'll never get it out. Right, so I put a bit more there, but it's still too wet to touch at the moment. I just have to wait a minute or two while it gets a skin on it, because what happens is the outside dries, it gets a skin on it, then you can tap it with your finger and make it flush. It dries pretty fast. Oops, I was trying to get that bit off the end, then I went and caught it with my fingers. This is what you do. Impatient, I'm impatient right now. I've messed up that corner now. Does it matter? That'd be alright. That should have a skin on it. Just tap it like that quickly, otherwise it'll stick to my finger. Yeah, not bad. I can trim that bit off with a knife afterwards. Just tapping it down. That's not bad. And then I can spray it with acetone, provided this spacer's not in there, because if I do it with that in, I won't get it out. Actually, if I push it further down, now I can spray it just to gloss it up. Let's try this again. There. Make sure my spacer's not going to get stuck. No, it's alright. It's a bit bumpy, it looks a bit rough, but it's alright. It'll do the job. I need to watch that. Don't put them on the battery, otherwise it'll short the term. It could short the terminals out, but actually it shouldn't because they're all insulated. So I watch where I put my needles. Okay, so I think that's about it. Let's see how much longer have we got to wait for the for this to print. It says 59%. So we're nearly there. I should be able to. I'll have to acetone treat that side as well, because those things will just put those round. When I put that round thing in the metal tube in this thing. All I have to do is knock it with my arm or something and it'll snap off, so the acetone will bind the fibres together really strong. I've broken things like that before and I've actually stuck them back together with acetone and they've been even stronger, so yeah. Yeah, 25 minutes video, so about 26 minutes actually coming up to. So yeah, might as well end it now, and with a bit of luck, the next time I go live, I'll be using the tripod, this new fangled thingamajig. So, well, see you later, alligator. Oh, just let me just make sure that my YouTube is still public. Yeah, it is. Because I don't know what I did when I was pressing them buttons by accident. I don't know what I did, but I'll have to remember that the buttons are pointing down when it's in the caddy. What I can do is, I suppose, I can put some plastic riser in the middle of here to prevent the phone from going too far down, so it doesn't sit on the buttons, so that I don't accidentally press buttons, which is what I actually did when earlier when I was putting it in here. So I didn't realise the buttons were going to be facing down. That's an oversight, but no worries. So if I put a little riser in the middle, it'll just, well, in the corner at this end and at this end, it'll prevent them buttons from being depressed when the phone has got its weight on it. That's another thing I could add to this design, I suppose. Anyway, that's it. We're going.